When the village chief was helping carry the coffin, he slipped and fell off the cliff. It turned out that a heavy rain had triggered a flash flood in the village. The village chief directed the villagers to evacuate, but an elderly man refused to leave because his coffin was there. A man urged the elderly man to leave quickly. He told old man they could make a new coffin when it was safe, but the elderly man was set on keeping his current coffin. He was ready to stay in the village with it. The village chief ran over to persuade the elderly man to leave first. He promised they would carry the coffin down the mountain. But later, an accident happened while the village chief was helping carry the coffin. The man sent the village chief to the hospital. The village chief felt that he was dying. He grabbed the man's hand. He said the villagers valued etiquette above all else. If an elderly person couldn't even choose how to be buried after death, then his life would have no meaning. The only regret of the village head is his son. A plague had killed all the pigs in his son's farm, but he hadn't been able to help at all. Doctors tried their best to save him after that, but the village chief still passed away. The village chief's sacrifice drew the government's attention. They sent reporters to build him up as a hero. At the public meeting, the mayor announced the village chief's last will and testament. The village chief donated his savings of $60,000 after his death. The man raised an objection. He said the village chief had been the main breadwinner of his family. His son had lost all his savings from the pig farm disaster, so he suggested donating $10,000 and giving the remaining $50,000 to the village chief's son. A reporter stood up because she had come to cover a heroic story. The village chief donating all his savings would best embody the image of a poverty alleviation hero. If they followed the man's suggestion, her report would lose its significance. The reporter accused the man of disrespecting the village chief's last wishes. She claimed the man's actions would spark controversy over the village chief's heroic title. What should the man do to change everyone's mind?